Son of Christ. And we got a CT in Baltimore. Son of Christ. Son of Christ. You. Yes, Most High in Christ. All right. Priest knows of 5,000 Shalai Yala. I represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Come out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander Junior. Today is Tuesday. Today's the Brotherhood class. We all know that brotherhood is synonymous with sisterhood. You understand? It's the same exact thing. It's equal. So when you talk about brothers and their actions and how they should carry themselves, we're also speaking about sisters and how they should carry themselves as well. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, everything that we speak about is pertaining to the scriptures. All right. So first, I want to say this: there's if you look at the climate of what's going on today, there's a lot of foul behavior, so to speak, and a lot of it is rooted behind people wanting gain. You understand? When I say wanting gain, a lot of our brothers and sisters are really set in their ways of obtaining a certain type of financial status so they can have whatever it is they want as far as their cars and clothes and vacations or whatever the case may be, which there is nothing wrong with that at all. A brother or sister should want to have some decent things in their life, or have some things in their life to where they're proud of as far as how they worked and earned and got what they got. And that's good. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that at all. But when you lose your dignity, your honor, your respect, who you are as a person, just to gain some money, to gain a few dollars, to get a status, then that's a problem. If you have to come to a level to where you have to be ungodly to get your gain, where you have to be rude, or you have to be hateful, or you have to be anything other than wise, anything other than being honorable in what you're doing, then something's wrong with that. How do I know? There's brothers out here that maybe sell drugs, sisters the same way, sisters may be stripping, whatever the case may be, to earn $1. Our people have learned to put their dignity on the line, to sell their ass, so to speak, just to get a status in this white man society, just to get a piece of the pie. They forget who they serve. They forget about the Most High God. You understand? They forget about who is the one that gave them the strength, the talent, the knowledge, or whatever it takes to perform whatever it is you perform. The Most High God gave that to you, and you might have forgot. You might have slipped through the cracks on who you are and what your purpose really is. You understand? And once you lose focus on that, to where you're going to do whatever it takes. When I say whatever it takes, I'm talking about as far as stomping on somebody else's self-respect, somebody else's pride, somebody else's confidence, knocking somebody down just so you can prove a point or be whatever it is you claim you're going to be in your mind, in your world, then that's a problem and an issue. You understand? And see, that's a white man's tactic. White folks do that. Heathens do that. The doggy dog world. I want mine now. Get it now. All of this. That type of attitude is a heathenistic type of attitude. To where I'm going to do whatever it is, say whatever it is. I don't care. I'm a beast. I'm going to get this money. That's a problem. You understand? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with obtaining money. The scriptures say money is a good defense, which we'll go over. But the love of it, the lust of it, to make it your master, there's something wrong with that. That's an issue and that's a problem. You understand? That's an issue and that's a problem, to where you forget who you are. And in some cases, you might forget who you're talking to. You might think you could be disrespectful. You might think you could be some other than what you should be. You understand? There's people that treat their mother a certain kind of way just for some money. Treat their child a certain kind of way just for some money. How do I know? It's been going on for years throughout the community. You understand? There's women there's sisters or families that been on drugs so bad they sold their daughters. You understand? I've had an opportunity to speak to brothers who have been so addicted to a drug to where they have done sexual favors with a man just to obtain their drug or feed their addiction. You understand? This is the climate we live in. To where whatever it takes to get some money, to get whatever it is you want, to get whatever it is you lust for, and we forget about the Most High God. We forget about the decorum we should have. We forget about the honor that we should carry ourselves in. We forget about that. You understand? And we get blinded by that paper with that white man's face on it. And I'm not knocking and saying we should not have money. But what I'm saying is, if it comes to stomping on your brother, stomping on your sister, and it's all about I want mine right now, then that is an issue and that is a problem. You are no different from someone that's on cocaine or heroin or alcohol or whatever vice that somebody else has that you may be looking at them like something's wrong with them. There's something wrong with you as well. If you're addicted to money, addicted to status, addicted to making it. You understand? I'm not saying we should not be successful. I'm not saying we should want more. What I'm saying is we should choose a righteous path in doing it. And when I say righteous path, it's more than, well, I'm not selling drugs. I have a legit 9 to 5. Well, what do you do to other people at your 9 to 5? How do you act to other people at your 9 to 5? You understand? What do you do? How do you carry yourself and treat others? Or does it matter how you treat them as long as you're getting what you want? As long as you can make that man smile at whatever you're bringing to him, how do you treat the other people underneath you? How do you treat the ones who was there with you in the dark? How do you treat them? Do you remember them? Or are you so blinded by your success or what you deem as success? You understand? Because whatever success it is you think you have, the Most High God to take it just like that. You understand? You could be walking one day and be a paraplegic the next. You could be talking fast and swift and got the gift of gab one day and have a stroke tomorrow. Because you're trying to chase your status. Well, I could blab on all day, and I'm sure some may disagree. My thing is you go ahead and get your money. You understand? But don't let the money get you. Remember where you got this talent that you got. Remember where you got it from. Remember who you got it from. Remember why you have it. You understand? Remember why the Most High God chose you to be a soldier. It's not for a status in the white man's world. It's not for a status in the white man's company. It's not a status in the white man's military, his service, whatever. That's not what the Most High God gifted you your talent for. You understand? But if you choose to take your talent to satisfy the oppressor, and in satisfying the oppressor, you got to satisfy him to get your money, to get your status, to get what you want. So that means you're willing to do, say, and treat people any way you want. And then say, I'm just trying to get mine, excuse me. But that's not how it goes. And as our people, as a people, brothers and sisters have to choose their dignity over dollar bills, over money. Have to. You understand? Absolutely have to do it. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, all right? Let's go into the scriptures real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
That's the Most High God. The Most High God gave you the power to do what it is that you have to do to get where you got to go. You understand? He's the one that's going to allow you to establish your success. You understand? He's the one. It's not because you run the fastest and you're the best at what it is you do. No, the Most God gave you that talent so you can obtain whatever little bit of wealth you're going to get. You understand? The Most High God did that. That wasn't nothing you did. So as I said, you can feel how you want. You can feel like you are the one and this, that, and other, but the Most High God is the one that gave you that talent. You understand? And just as much as he gave that to you, it's just as fast he can take it away. So therefore, you should carry yourself with some type of class, with some type of honor. You understand? And not forget that it's not you that's doing this. It's not that this so wise and so everlasting with knowledge, and you just grind hard and everything. No, the Most High God is the reason why you're allowed to do that. And he's going to remember how you treat other people. He's going to remember the spirit behind your words and your actions and how you treat others. He's going to remember that. He sees that, and it's going to be noted. And just as high as you are up is as fast as you will come down. You understand? It happens to anybody who is full of arrogance. And it may not come across as arrogance, but it is. It's beyond confidence. You understand? It's I'm the best. Look at me. And if you're not doing what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, then you're garbage and trash. You understand? We have to stop that white man attitude, because subsequently that's what it is. It's just a white man's attitude. You understand? You see the teeth showing when the man come around. The teeth is showing. It's he ha ha. You understand? When you get with your brother, you showing your fangs. Your claws come out. You understand? And you're ready to shake them down, and you're ready to act a certain kind of way. Well, I tell you this, the Most High God sees that. You understand? And it's not pleasing to the Most High. And we have to remember where we get our talent, our strength, our thoughts, our actions, where we get those from to obtain the things we got. You got a roof over your head, the Most High God did that. You got a car to drive, the Most High God did that. You got feet to walk on, You got hands and a mouth and everything's operational. The Most High God did that. You did nothing. You understand? You did absolutely nothing. And we have to make sure that we keep this type of attitude away from us. Because like I said, that's a heathen attitude. That's a white man attitude. To think they're above and beyond everybody else. So therefore they can treat other people like trash and like garbage. But that's not how things work. You understand? And let me tell brothers and sisters, you don't have to be treated a certain kind of way to get no money either. You don't have to go through what if you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to go through nothing just to get some money. You understand? The job is to get money. You can get money to pay your bills, and money's a good defense. But it's a way how you can get money. So it's a way how you can do things. And you don't have to be stomped on, spit on, and disrespected to get a little bit of this white man's money, to get a little piece of the pie. You don't have to. All you have to do is serve the Most High God, and He's going to give you exactly what you need. You understand? Because that's the name of the game, to get what you need. And what we need as a people is we need some peace. Because right now we are suffering from low self-esteem, depression, stress, anxiety, all types of things that money can't buy, that money can't fix. You understand? There's other things that we need that money just has no effect on. There's people that got, there's folks that got tons of money and there's no peace inside of it. No peace in the house, no peace throughout their life. It's turmoil and pain. You understand? Their thoughts are off. They can't even think right. Let's keep reading what you got.
I don't want to come. For it is He that giveth thee power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant, which He sware unto thy father.
You understand? That's what you're supposed to be doing, the job of your forefathers. You're supposed to be serving the Most High God, feeding the flock. That's your purpose here. Not to be the best executive that you can be, not to be the best rapper or ball player. You can do good at it. It's your slave. You go ahead and do it. But that's not your purpose. You understand? Your purpose is to fulfill your obligations to the Most High God. You understand? That's what we're supposed to do. You understand? Because if not, then you're acting like a Christian pastor. Pastor pork chop, getting the money, taking all the money and acting and treating people a certain kind of way. You may feel a certain kind of way, but your actions display how you truly feel. You understand? You may say something, you may say it, and it sounds good, sounds nice. It's apologetic and all of that other good stuff, but your actions say otherwise. You understand? And this is something we have to be careful of as a people, that we don't lose ourselves behind chasing a dollar bill. That we don't lose our royalness behind chasing some money. You understand? Everything, the things that take place in our neighborhood, in our community, it's all circled around somebody chasing some goddamn money. Sisters are getting abortions left and right because they got plans. They got future plans. They want to travel and do this. It's all about money. You understand? Some brothers try to talk sisters to getting abortions because they don't want them to take their money. You understand? Everything's circled around some type of money, some kind of way. There's families that don't talk no more. They're holding grudges against each other over money. There's brothers and sisters that have lost their life over money. There's brothers sitting in prison and did years in prison or still doing years in prison over money. You understand? If money is what drives you in life, then you are headed down a terrible, terrible, terrible road. If that's what drives you. That's what you wake up in the morning and it just gives you that rush. You understand? You got the spirit of a white man. And that's just the bottom line. Now, I'm not saying that one bit that you should not want money. That you should not have some money. As we said before, the scriptures say money is a good defense. You understand? There's nothing wrong with having money. But there's something wrong with how you go about getting it. And the spirit you have behind getting it. The actions that you display behind getting it. You understand? That's a problem. Let's drop that. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 3. We can start at verse 5.
Good.
You understand? We got to make sure that we choose dignity, integrity, respect, honor, love, charity, forbearance, forgiveness. These are things and attributes that we should have and that we should display of specifically with our brothers and sisters. But when we tied up with this white man's money and the lust for it and the want, the overpowering want for it, then that's a problem. It breaks up friendships, breaks up families. It diminishes the love. It intercepts and interrupts it. You understand? And the scripture say, mark them that cause division. Well, that white man's face on that money is causing a division. You understand? That's causing a problem. This is why we destroy now as a people, because the Muslim mosque and the Christian church suck up all the money in the community. You understand? That's why these filthy, disgusting, stinking drug dealers get to walk around all about the money, tearing up the neighborhood, all over money. Brothers doing shootouts and everything else, all over some money. You understand? And what makes us any different than this white man that's going over to different countries, kidnapping people and lynching them and finding them in holes and burning them up and all of that, all for oil, all for whatever minerals and resources that they have. Just go over there and slaughter everybody. And not just slaughter them for 20, 25 years. Go over there and just slaughter them. All because they want something. That's the type of spirit we cannot have. As children of the Most High God, as chosen people of the Most High God, there's a certain way we carry ourselves. There's a certain way you act and you speak and you think. You understand? Let's do Proverbs chapter 3 real quick, verse 5.
The book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord.
Say it again.
Trust in the Lord.
That's what you have to do. You can't trust in your bank account. It's good to have it. Don't get me wrong. It's good to swipe your debit and this and other. But what's the one thing about them bank accounts and them debit cards? You know what can happen to that? White man can freeze it up anytime he wants. You sitting there going to the Bank of America and Citibank and TD Bank or whatever other bank you going to, and you go in there and punch that card in there. If the white man really wants, he'll flick a button and that card does not work. It's happened before.
Decline.
Yeah, they decline it. What's going on with my card? Oh, they locked it. It's Sunday. You can't get it worked out till whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can lock that down anytime. Now what? Now you're gonna go crazy. Now you're gonna lose it. You understand? People get depressed. I know people lose their car, lose their wallet or something, and the bank account get drained out. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying that. It's a horrible thing. But boy, do they lose their goddamn mind. I mean, they go crazy. You understand? No trust in the Most High God. No trust that it'll be fine. Does it hurt? Yes. Does it bother me? Yes. I'm not going to deny that. That's not being emotional. That's just being realistic. Of course it bothers me. Will it destroy me? Will it hinder me? Will it stop me? No, it will not. Why? Because just like we read in Deuteronomy 18, 8 and 18, the Most High God is the reason behind me getting anything that I got. Paraphrasing. You understand? He's behind everything that I got. So why worry about it? Why stress? Why get mad and get evil and get upset over numbers? Nah, damn that. That's not how a man of God chooses to live. That's how a man of God should live. You understand? Trust in the Most High God. Keep going.
Trust in the Lord with all thy heart.
With all my heart, heart meaning your mind in these scriptures. You understand? Trust in the Lord with all your mind, all your thoughts should be on the Most High God. All your thoughts. Some people say, you think God's going to drop some money in your lap? Yeah, I do. I do think that. I think he has the power to do that. Because I serve a God that can tell the ocean when to stop on land. You understand? That's why you got a beach. Because Most High God tells the water to stop and go back. That's the God I serve. So you think I'm worried about a piece of paper that's made in Washington? Not at all. Because I serve a God that keeps birds in the sky and stars and clouds and things of that nature. You know, powerful stuff. Real stuff. I'm not losing my mind over something that's generated in Washington, D.C. where Donald Trump is at. Or whoever's there. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
That image of most likely pedophiles.
Right. You got slave owners and pedophiles on that money, and you losing your mind over it. Meanwhile, you serve a Most High God that controls the sea and the air and the wind. You understand? That sends tornadoes and hurricanes. That gives life and death. A real God that can give you whatever he chooses, take whatever he chooses, but yet and still you decide to dedicate your life to getting some money. Once again, I'm not saying money's bad, but what I'm saying, when you make it your master, that's a problem. It's an issue to make it your master. Money comes and goes. You understand? The scripture says there's no better thing than a friend that gives his life for his friend. That's more valuable than money. They say a man is more precious than fine gold. Gold is worth a lot of money. A black man, a Latino man, a Native American man is worth more than that. Say a woman is more precious than rubies. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? Rubies cost a lot of money. But a black woman is worth more than that. A Latino woman is worth more than that. A Native American woman and child is worth more than that. You understand? Scripture say a white man ain't worth our spit. And I should dedicate my life to hating another brother or mistreating somebody else to get some garbage that has this white man's face on it, that my spit is worth more than them. And I'm going to lose my cool and not be who I am just to get that? Nah, I think not. Most High God to provide a way for me. He has this whole time. He has so far. I get to walk and talk and breathe and think, and it ain't because of no goddamn money. You understand? It ain't because of no money. I got a cousin of mine. Named Malik. Malik was he's 6'5" basketball playing brother. You know what I'm saying? Whole-legged and big square shoulders, and all the ladies loved him and everything. One day the brother got into a fist fight and became a paraplegic. You understand? No more walking. No more that fly stuff. All the back in the day was, MPVs and things of that nature. He had all the nice everything. You understand? All of that stuff is gone. All the people that was by his side is gone. But guess what? Even as a paraplegic, guess what? He still be having fresh Jordans on. They keep him right, even though he's paralyzed. Fresh clothes, look sharp as far as his clothes. But guess what? He can't walk. He will never drive a car. He doesn't know how to feel to be with a woman or have children. There's experiences in life that he never had and never will. And guess what? Money can't buy it. Money can't buy it. To wake up every day and wish you were dead, money can't buy that. And there's brothers and sisters out here that wake up and just wish they was dead. Wondering why, blaming God that they wake up. You understand? There's other things out there that are more valuable than money. And this is why, since that is the case, you should not lose your dignity over it. Don't lose your self-respect over it. You understand? You don't have to take that. You understand? You don't have to be belittled and all types of garbage just for a check, just to pay the child support. Now you got to sit there and lick somebody's feet and be stomped on just so you can just keep your mouth shut just to get some money. Nah, I'd rather serve the Most High God, and I'll get the money how I get it. It'll come when it comes. It's been working so far. It's been working so far. Most High God provides. Let's keep reading what we got.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Verse 5. And lead not unto thy own understanding.
Yeah, don't lean into your own thoughts. That's where you get jammed up at. Thinking that you know it, you got it. You got a good piece of money and all of this other garbage. Don't lean into your own understanding. Go ahead, brother.
So this precept, I think, is perfect to teach exactly what does it mean with the heart. It tells you from the top, trust not, trust like in the Lord with all thine heart.
Right.
And lean not unto thy own understanding.
Right.
So it shows you that your heart is where you get your understanding.
Right. Right. That's a good point. That's a hell of a point. Most High in Christ. The water, brother. You understand? And that's how that goes. It's your mind. You know what I'm saying? You trust in the Lord with your mind, not in yourself. Tomorrow's not promised. And if tomorrow's not promised, at least you can leave behind that this man was highly respectable. This is an honorable man or woman, excuse me. That has a great reputation, that treated people right, acted right, spoke right, and it's proof that the Most High God is real just through how they carried themselves. Just from the mud they came from, look how they carry themselves and look how they act. With honor and dignity and respect. Not have the reputation of a nigga that just wanted to get that money. Yeah, well, now you're gone and somebody else going to spend your money. Even the money you spend on your casket, they're going to take you out of it and go repaint it, and somebody else going to lay in it somewhere else. You understand? Money's not everything. And it damn sure ain't worth our spirit and our soul and our lives. Ain't nothing worth that. Except but to serve the Most High God. You understand? Well, like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting money. Black community, Latino community, Native American, we got money here. Look at all these drugs we get buying. We got money here. And yeah, we should have money to come together and build up a Black Wall Street. Those things are right. And those things are righteous and good. You understand? But not to hurt each other. Not to hurt each other to get the money. And when I say hurt, you may not be physically hurting somebody, but you could crush somebody's confidence, crush somebody's self-esteem. You don't know what's going on in somebody else's mind, that how you treat them and speak to them and act towards them, how that makes them feel. You don't know if they got some trauma from the past. You don't know what they're going through, but you want to act like an animal just to get some money. You understand? Just to get a piece of the white man's pie. Let's keep going, brother.
Okay. Verse 6, sir.
Please.
Verse 6 in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
You understand? And that's what you have to do. Acknowledge the Most High God. And he'll direct exactly where you need to go and where you need to be.
Right.
Not your boss, not the executive, not the supervisor, not the serve the Most High God. You understand? And let me tell you, the Most High God got way more power than your supervisor. Way more power than your boss. That little fake Jewish man that be walking around, all of that. Most High God got way more power than them. They ain't shit. Excuse my language. You understand? Serve the Most High God. That's how you get whatever you want. And more importantly, you'll get something that we don't have ourselves, and that's peace. You understand? Peace. You can go home and be calm and relaxed, not stressed out. You understand? not bothered, but have inner peace. To know that, yes, I don't have nothing, but I do know I am something. I do know that the Most High God chose me. And I do know I got something greater ahead. If I stay the course. If I stay the course and trust in the Most High God, I'll be perfectly fine. You understand? And that's what we have to do as a people. Let's see, what is it? Is there more on that? What was that, 6? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes.
Right.
Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
And that's what you got to do. Don't be wise in your own eyes. Don't think you got it. Don't think you got it so much that somebody else can't get it. Whatever you do, trust me, somebody else can do it. Maybe do it better than you. You understand? Don't be wise in your own eyes. Don't think you know it all, can do it all. It's all about you. You got it. Nah, buddy. Most High God is the one that got it. You understand? That's why you got to fear the Most High God. When I say fear, when it says fear the Lord, that doesn't mean curl up in the corner. You know, even though he's a terrible power. That doesn't mean curl up in the corner. That means hold him to the utmost respect. You understand? And that's who you're supposed to fear. Not your supervisor. For them to even think that you fear them is a problem. You understand? It's not about that. You understand? Fear the Most High God. That's the one who provides. That's the one who gives you what you need. If we as a people understand that and realize that, there'll be less violence. It'd be less hatred. It'd be less disrespect. It'd be better marriages, better relationships and friendships, and better brotherhood, better sisterhood. If we knew that money wasn't nothing. Just something that helps us get through this wicked society. But it cannot and it will not give us any status with the Most High God. And that's what counts. You understand? That's what counts. Not nothing here on this world, not on this earth. Nothing. You understand? But your status with the Most High God. That's what counts. I want a promotion with the Most High God. I want to have a seat in the Most High God's government, in the Most High God's company. I want to work under him. And my King Yahushua, as the world may know as Jesus Christ, the greatest black man to walk on the face of the earth. I want to work for him. I want to be under him. Because you know why? I know he appreciates my service, not my money. Not how much money I can make for him, but how much I can serve him and love his people, which are my people. That's what counts. You understand? Most High God's to be a fisherman. And so you go out and buy people. It didn't say go out and buy fish. It didn't say go to the fish market. It said be a fisherman. To get out there and put in work to save your brothers and sisters. It said feed the flock. You understand? It didn't say slaughter the flock to get what you want. It said feed the flock. And somebody said, well, how are you going to feed them without money? You can feed them without money. The Most High God will feed them. But if you do need somebody to feed the flock, don't sell your ass to get the money. Don't sell your spirit to get the money. Don't hurt another brother or sister to get the money. You understand? Trust in the Most High God. Because in here we do believe. We are fools when it comes to the Most High God. I do believe Christ fed thousands with fish and bread. I do believe that. And I believe he'll give us the increase to do the same. But I know who won't do it. And that's a goddamn supervisor or an executive. They're not going to do it. They're going to give you whatever you earn. They're going to give you a little crumb. That's what they're going to do. Give you a little piece. And I'm not saying don't get that piece. I'm just saying don't give them a piece of your ass for it. You understand? Christ said that the dogs get the crumbs. You understand? and we're not dogs, and we're not going to act like it just to get the white man's crumbs. We're going to give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and we're going to give to the Most High God what's the Most High God's. And what's the Most High God's? Your life. That's what you owe him. Give Caesar his money, pay your rent and your car note, and get your whatever it is you want to get here in this stinking society that we live in. You go ahead. But Most High God, he wants our life. That's what we owe him. That's our debt. You understand? That's our debt. Christ didn't pay for us to be here financially. He paid for us to be here with his life. And you are ordered to do the same. Let's drop that. Let's go to 1 Timothy.
Sorry, so can I read 13, sir?
Yeah, please.
13 and 14, sir.
Uh-huh.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, verse 13, and the man that getteth understanding, verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver,
right?
And the gain thereof than fine gold.
You understand? Most High in Christ. You understand? Most High in Christ. We can read this whole chapter. You understand? Ain't nothing. What your wisdom, your intelligence, your spirit is worth more than anything you can buy. It's worth more than silver and gold. It's worth more than your money. It's worth more than that. And we get caught up in that. We get caught up in it so much. The love of money destroys our people. The love of it. You understand? What's that scripture? You have to start with your heart is where your treasure is.
That's I believe Matthew 6. Sir.
Let's see if we can pull that one. You understand? You gotta make up a decision in your mind of who you gonna be. You understand? Are you gonna serve the Most High God, or are you gonna serve yourself? Let's see what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, I'm gonna start at verse 19. So lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
You understand? Don't sit there and lay your treasure. That's fine. Listen, I'm not saying don't get your 401k. I'm not saying don't have a savings account. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that it's nothing to the Most High God. Because your 401k ain't going with you. You understand? Your bank account is not going with you. You're going to have to answer to a bigger executive when you leave here. You got some other people. You got something else you have to answer to. You got to answer to the Most High God. You understand? Don't lay your treasures up here. You understand? Our treasures are not here. Keep going.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Because that's what's going to happen to your car and your house. It's just going to rust. Your house is going to rot away. You know how many houses we go? You go to different places, see it. The house is all dilapidated. It's all messed up. It's been there for years. It's done. Might have been a happy home at one point in time. It's gone. That's what happens. You ever seen a tornado? You ever seen a hurricane? An earthquake? It destroys. Leaves places in ruins. You understand? That's how much it means to the Most High God. Nothing. That house, that building, that car meant nothing. Burn it up. Send a goddamn tsunami and wash it away. Means nothing. So therefore, it should mean nothing to you. You understand why? Because it's all going to rot away, and it's all going to rust away, and it's all going to go away. And it means nothing to the Most High God. But you do mean something to the Most High God. You understand? You do. And if you do, so does your brother and so does your sister. So you should want to serve them and love them way more than you love some goddamn money. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you fall down, $1 bill is not going to get you up. A $10 bill, a $100 bill is not going to walk next to you and pick you up. Benjamin Franklin and hopping off to pick you up. But your brother will. Your sister will. They'll be there for you. Not them people you trying to serve. Not the people you doing jumping jacks and grit showing your teeth for. They ain't gonna do nothing for you at the end of the day. You understand? We have to prioritize. We have to prioritize, and Most High God is at the top of that list. You understand? He's at the top of that list, and money is nowhere even on the list. You understand? Well, King Solomon was the wisest, richest man on earth, and made some dumb decisions. Got caught up, got distracted. You understand? We had to learn from that lesson. Learn from that. That the wisest man had all the gold and everything else that you wanted, and still didn't satisfy the Most High God. So who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You're definitely not the wisest, and you're not going to be the richest. You understand? Let's keep going. We got more on that?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And where thieves break through and steal. Verse 20. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven.
That's what you got to do. Lay up your treasures in the Most High God. Lay them up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Make your election sure. You understand? The scriptures tell you all the time to examine yourself, study to show yourself approved, things of this thing. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to want to get ranked with the Most High God. You understand? Get status with the Most High God. He's the one that gives you every damn thing. You understand? You think that your roof won't cave in while you're sleeping? You understand? How do we know the Most High God can give something and take it away? For one, he said it. And for two, you see what happened to a perfect man named Job. He lost everything. He couldn't buy that back. He had to serve the Most High God to get back 10 times what he lost. You understand? If you lose it, you might throw yourself off a roof, slit your wrist, or maybe something better than that. You might go out and try to start robbing brothers, robbing other sisters, doing something grindy because you got to get yours, I got to get mine, and all of that carnal garbage, as opposed to serving the Most High God. You understand? We have to examine ourselves, y'all. You understand? And make sure that we prioritize our brotherhood and our sisterhood and put it on that list. You understand? We have to do that. Loving your brother and loving your sister is up there. It satisfies the Most High God. It satisfies him. Don't satisfy him, your bank account don't satisfy him. And once again, I'm not saying don't have one. I'm not saying don't get some money and save up. I'm not saying not to do those things. But when you lay it up and you make it your everything, you are setting yourself up for failure. You understand? And I'm not making this up. This is something that's in the scriptures. This has been said for 2,000 years. You understand? Is there more on that? Let's see what
where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
And when you lay it up with the Most High God, when you give your treasures up to the Most High God, and that's where your treasure is. That's where your heart is. That's where your mind is. That's where your thoughts are. You understand? Can't nobody take that from you. Nobody can steal that. That doesn't get old and don't rust away. No moths can eat it. No maggots, no termites, no nothing can eat it away. You understand? Nothing can happen to it. When you serve the Most High God, when that's the only thing that you plan on serving. The only thing that you have on your mind is serving the Most High God. And not the way you want to serve, the way he says to. You understand? Not the way you want to do it. Because let me tell you, in these scriptures, where you can make all the money in the world, if you call yourself loving the Most High God, I know a lot of people making a lot of money. They ain't paying no tithes either, and that's a law. That's a law. You know, they think they got everything going on, They think they got everything covered. They ain't paying no tithe, making all that money. You're gonna lose every dime, guaranteed. Because the Most High God sees you spitting in his face, and you think because you've been doing it for so long, getting away with it, that it's okay. But trust me, the rain comes, and let me tell you something. When it rains, it's hot water. It ain't cool. It ain't cooling you off. It's hot water. Those are hot drops. That's going to burn you. Trust and believe that. You understand? There's more on that?
Come. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
There you go. And wherever your treasure is, that's where your mind's going to be at all the time. You always got money on your mind. You go to work, it's about money. You go home, it's about the money. Everything's to wake up, money. It's all about the money. All about wherever your treasure is. It don't have to just be money. If you're a sexual freak, that's where your mind is at. If you're a deviant, a drug dealer, whatever your vice may be, if that's where your treasure at, that's where your mind is at all the time. No matter what you do. You understand? You could be doing something and claim it be righteous, but really behind it, you got an agenda. You know why? Because your mind is always on how you can advance your reputation and advance what you're doing and see how good you can look and see how you can make somebody else feel good. Make somebody else do better, feel better about their financial status. You understand? Wherever your heart is, that's where wherever your treasure, that's where your heart is. What's that? What happened? No, they didn't. Messiah in Christ. Oh, come. Messiah in Christ. All right, look, we're gonna keep on going to this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's the brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? It's the brotherhood class. Okay, once again, brotherhood is synonymous. We have to understand that it's imperative, absolutely imperative for us to be together as a people, to practice charity, love, forgiveness, patience, to bear each other's burdens. These are things that money cannot buy. You can let your friend borrow money. You can give your father, your cousin, whoever money. That's fine. But are you there to walk them through the demons at night? When they're not feeling so good about themselves, when their anxiety kicks in, when that depression kicks in. We always have to remember that some people ain't as strong as you think they are, or they're as strong as you. There's some people that are suicidal. There's some brothers and sisters that think about taking their lives. Money can't buy them happiness. You understand? But being a solid friend and walking with them. Not because you think they should be doing this, you think they should be doing it, they should be talking and acting this way. It's not about what you think somebody should be doing. You got to meet a brother or sister where they at. And if you're real good at what you do, lift them up and walk them that way. Make them better. But money can't do that. You understand? That's it. Money can't wipe tears. That's it. Money don't say, I love you. Money's not loyal to you. Money don't respect you. Or your kids, or nothing else. It don't respect you. But we put so much trust and love into the money, we begin to lose ourselves. Most High in Christ. You understand? Most High in Christ.
Earlier said, that's a fact.
Yeah, Most High in Christ. Yeah, that's my sister. Yeah. What up, sis? That's my sister there. Big up to her. Tuning in. You understand? Make sure that no matter what we do, we keep our dignity. You understand? Keep your honor and your respect. You don't have to do any. You don't have to go out of your way or do something you're going to regret later on just to get a dollar bill. You understand? Men that do that, women that do that, guess what? You are no different from a prostitute or a whore or nothing else. There's a lot of male whores out here. They may not be walking the whole stroll of the strip, but they do anything for some money. And then it's how stupid we are. We claim it's a hustle. I'm out and I'm hustling. I'm doing it. Nigga, use a hoe. That's all it is. You got no honor and no dignity. Same thing with a woman. You may not be selling your ass, but use a hoe too, because you do anything for the money. Say anything for the money. Rob, steal, scam, backstab, backbite. It don't matter. Long as you get some dollars. You understand? We see sisters nowadays, it's all about the money now. That's it. That's all it's about. They got a sister. So what's that sister's name that got all my scamming niggas? Where you at?
Sexy Red.
One of the broads, Sexy Red, Sexy something, Ice or Scarlet. I don't know. One of the broads. They got one of them dumb songs out there. You know what I'm saying? All about scamming and all of that. This is what money does. You understand? And you see what this white man's doing. That's all I saw on the radio. All I saw on the TV screen. All about the money. Go ahead.
Young Miami made that song.
Young Miami. There you go. Young Miami. Young Miami made a song about niggas scamming. Now, what kind of soft man's out scamming? What man back in the day will rob? At least I'm not saying to do that, but scamming. What is that? You get somebody else's credit card or something? What kind of garbage is that? And they make this a fad and a trend. This is what it is now. And then India.Arie, who's a sister that who does carry herself with some dignity, at least in public. I don't know her personally. She said something about it. She couldn't even speak about it. She said, "Don't look like our people are trying to grow." Didn't say nothing bad about the woman. My Young Miami. She also India.Arie said, "Don't seem like our people want to grow," or whatever the case may be. They don't want to be free. Right? They don't want to be free. They call India.Arie all types of dark-skinned black monkeys, all types of everything. Called just everything in the book, all because she said we don't want to be free. You understand? This is what money can do to people. You understand what I'm saying? This is what money do to people. That a sister can't even express herself. Didn't curse her out, didn't call her out of her name, didn't say nothing. All she said is our people don't want to be free, and our people don't. You understand? You seem to be the weird one when you want to talk about something that's not related to some money. Right. You understand? And once again, I'm not saying don't get money, pay your rent and pay your bills and do all that stuff. You have to do it. Why? Because we are in bondage. Right. We're in slavery. You have to do that. You got to pay where you stay. You understand? You have to do that. Let's understand. We are slaves. How do you know we're slaves? Elon Musk he's sipping champagne on a jet to Mars. He's up there somewhere. He's up in the store. You look up in the sky, Elon Musk is up there sipping champagne. Who's the other one that got as the Amazon package is being delivered? The man that what's his name? Bezos? He's up there too. Yeah, Bezos, but he's up there too sipping champagne. They living their best life. Meanwhile, your black ass is down here scamming, looking for somebody else's debit card. This is the mentality that we have. Why? Because this is what the white man gave us. This is what society gave us. You understand? Let me tell you what money can buy. You understand? Money can't buy Nolan Wells back. You can go to his mother and his father right now and offer them $50 million. That still don't bring their son back. The fact that they don't even know how their son died, they'll be strangled, beat to death. We really don't know. We don't know if they found that boy with his head off. You understand? Because I remember a friend of mine years ago went out on a boat with some white folks and he never came back. They found him in the water a week later with his head off. Because that's what water damage do. You can't sit in the water. If you're in the bathtub too long, your fingers and stuff will get all pruned up. Imagine being in the water for days upon days. God knows how they found a young boy, but guess what? Money can't bring him back. You understand? And money won't fill the void of a mother and father or a friend or a brother or sister or cousin who lost it. You understand? And not just him, any of the brothers and sisters that we've lost. It won't bring them back. You understand? It won't bring them back. We've lost siblings, and money cannot fill that void. There's people that have lost their parents. Money can't fill that void. And the void that they feel when they by themselves in the dark crying, or a song come on and they lose it, and they gotta cry at night by themselves and come outside and put a mask on like they're the happiest person in the world. Money can't buy that. Money can't buy them peace. Money can't buy it. You understand? This is why there's no need for us to lessen our dignity, lessen our integrity, and lessen our self-respect just to get it. You understand? And this is what has been a problem for us as a people. Let's go to 1 Timothy real quick. All right, 1 Timothy chapter 6. Now listen, what we're doing is we're going into the scriptures. This is the same thing you can do at your church. All you got to do is ask your pastor and see if he'll go into it. You might not want to talk about no money. Might not want to do that.
1 Timothy chapter, sir?
Chapter 6. Chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 6.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
You understand? That's what we need, contentment. Now, being content don't mean you're going to stay where you're at. You're going to be satisfied with being in the shelter, or you're satisfied with being in a transitional home, or whatever the case may be, or you're some roach-infested house, whatever the case may be. Whatever the situation may be, doesn't mean you're going to stay in it. But being content means you're grateful for it, because it could be worse. You understand? You could be in the morgue, could be in the cemetery. Once again, you could be bedridden, be a paraplegic, where you have to wait for somebody to come and change you. You have to wait for somebody to come and feed you. You have to lay in your piss and defecate on yourself and hope somebody come and see. It could be a lot worse. Things could be a lot worse. So godliness with contentment. I'm satisfied with what the Most High God gave me. And let me tell you this: be all the way content, not just with your money, not just with your living situation. Be content with who God made you. Short, black, fat, skinny, tall, whatever. Be satisfied and be content with what God gave you, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it may be. You understand? Whatever it may be. Because why you have to be content? Because money can't buy you contentness. Money can't buy you happiness. Money can't make you satisfied. It can't. Money can definitely put a Band-Aid on your bullet wound, but it doesn't heal you. It does not heal you at all. You understand? Don't get me wrong. Money tastes sweet, but it can give you diabetes. Money got some flavor to it, but can't give you high blood pressure. That's what I mean by that. Money's not bad for you, but too much of it gets you hurt. Doing anything for it will get you hurt. Or it could hurt somebody else. You understand? We've seen the stories right here in Harlem with Alpo and Rich Porter. They made movies out of it. How Rich Porter selling so much drugs and had millions of dollars, gold chains, fly car. All the broads liked them. You understand? Look good. The black nigga with nice teeth and all look good. Making so much money that his little brother got kidnapped. You understand? His little brother got kidnapped and got his finger cut off, and it was delivered to the McDonald's up there on 134th and Lenox. You understand? Got his finger cut off and then got his body cut up and thrown somewhere. All because of money. You understand? All because of the love of money. And you got to ask yourself, how many times has money destroyed you or destroyed your family? You got family that overdosed on drugs. You got family that were addicts. And they became addicts. Why? Because somebody wanted some money. You understand? And they played on this weak man or this weak woman and fed them an addiction. Knew that they was hurt. Knew that they had some type of problem, some type of internal problem, and they fed off of that. You understand? How do I know? They in Narcotics Anonymous meetings all over the place. You understand? Because somebody wanted some money. That somebody can get up and say, I'm 39 years clean now, and I did this and that. Family destroyed. Family don't like him, don't want to talk to him or nothing. Really, somebody wanted some money off of him. He just was a victim. He was a victim. He got robbed. That's it. Somebody robbed him of his dignity, of his self-worth. Somebody seen that they was weak, and that's how I can make money off of him or her, and fed us some drugs. You understand? And destroyed lives, just trickled down and destroyed lives. Fathers ain't talking to daughters, daughters ain't talking to sons, all just messed up families because somebody somewhere wanted some money. And we ain't never mad at the man that wanted the money. We ain't never mad at him. We mad at the victim. We mad at the nigga that was on drugs and was messed up. He was, he messed up. That's why he was on that's why he was on drugs. He was messed up in the head from the beginning. We don't look at them as victims. We forget about that nigga that really wanted some money and destroyed the whole family for it. Got people not even talking to each other. You understand? This is the society that we live in. This is what the community has become. This is what God's chosen people have become. You understand? We are victims now. But since we know now, you can't always be a victim. After a while, you're a volunteer. And it's time for us to stop volunteering to be puppets for this white man and its society. And let them dangle money over our head. You understand? Money don't keep marriages together. But I damn sure heard about money separating some families. They got some good. You can go to court now. You can get married. Go get the white man's paperwork and all of that. And you can go. You want a divorce? They call it what they call it. Yatazar, irreconcilable differences or some. They disagree, so you can get a divorce. They can disagree. I don't like. We just disagreeing, so we just gonna get a divorce. Money can do that. You understand what I'm saying? That's what money don't keep no families together. It just tears it apart. You understand? As soon as Nana died and Pop died, we fighting over the money. Over what? Some treasures that they laid up. They want to fight over Nana's house. They had a little ass rotten little house. They want to fight over. Or Nana's little gold rings. They want to fight over that. You understand? It's all about money. They're going to leave the money to Uncle Tito. Because why are they going to leave it to Uncle Tito? He was never there. All this garbage. Money. You understand? Money. Now people got to sit down on their deathbed and write a will because their goddamn family going to go crazy over the albums. Over the BB King albums and all that. Now you got to write a will. Ain't got a goddamn thing. Now you got to write a will just to keep your family from fighting. And that's not even going to work. You understand? That's not even going to work. Why? All because of money. I seen recently on the news, not the news, but like some article or something on Facebook, where a sister got mad at the church. Her mother served that church for 50 years. Her mother was in that church. And you know them church women. They cooking chicken and peach cobbler and everything. They love the pastor. They've been through about 10 pastors. Love the pastor and all of that. And the pastor and the pastor and that's the pastor. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? When old Miss Jenkins with the fruit basket died, guess what? $10,000. That's what Miss Jenkins that's what her in that grave gonna pay me to do her services. That's what's gonna happen with your pastor. Pastor you're gonna pay. That's it. They're gonna pay and you can do whatever you want. You get burnt up, you can get thrown off or whatever you want to do. Just to say some words, that's gonna cost some money. That's it. That's it. You can't listen, money just destroys every goddamn thing. You understand? I know someone saying, well, you got to get paid for your services. I can understand that, but you don't got to lose your soul. You understand? Now let's go a little further, all right?
Okay.
Matter of fact, keep reading with Timothy.
Okay. Timothy, chapter 6, verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world.
Say it again.
We brought nothing into this world.
We didn't bring a damn thing into this world. This is what the scriptures are saying. The Most High God is saying this. You understand? These were written 2,000 years ago. As the scripture said, there's nothing new under the sun. Right? We've heard this before. I can't take it with me. Oh, this comes from the scriptures. Read it again, Dr. Zara.
For we brought nothing into this world.
We didn't bring a damn thing into this world. Nothing. Whatever little possessions we got, whatever little car you got, whatever you got, you didn't bring it into this world. Nothing. When you was born, you didn't bring it in here. You didn't even bring your goddamn teeth in here. You didn't bring nothing in here. You was bald and you didn't bring nothing. You understand? So guess what? Keep going.
And it is certain.
It's what?
Certain.
It's a guarantee. Go ahead.
We can carry nothing out.
You ain't taking nothing with it. Nothing. Nothing. So if you can't take it with you, why go crazy over it? Why lose yourself over it? And you can't take it with you? You understand? Can't take it with you. So it's not worth losing your dignity or your respect, your self-respect, your honor, your reputation. It's not worth it. And we have to realize that. We have to take that value that we have for money and put it on your brother and sister. If we valued each other, we would have better marriages. We have better families, less violence. If we valued each other like we value that goddamn money. If you looked at another black man and said, the scriptures say he's worth more than fine gold, we would think twice before you cut him or shoot him or punch him or have a hatred for him or a grudge towards him or anything. If you looked at him as some value, if you looked at his sister, and that's more valuable than rubies, I'm paraphrasing, then you would know you don't want to have sex with her and throw her away. You don't want to run a train on her and beat her up and do all this other stuff. You don't want to mistreat her. You understand? You want to treat her as such. You want to value her more than the white man's money. You understand? And why should we do that? Because the Most High God said we should. The Most High God said that. Most High God ain't saying nothing about us loving money and all of this other garbage. He's saying, I'm the one that lets you get the money. I'm the one. And what I want you to do is love your brother and sister. This is what the Most High God has ordered us to do. You understand? And how do I know that? Let me get that scripture with, I'll give you this commandment, this new commandment. Let me get that real quick. I'm kind of hopping around a little bit, but I want to get these scriptures not as fast as I can, but as much as I can before the time is up. All right.
John chapter 13, verse 34.
This is the word of God. Go ahead.
A new commandment I give unto you.
Go ahead.
That ye love one another.
As
I have loved you.
That's what the Most High God said. A new command. Why say new? Because we act like it's new. It's not a new command, but he's going to say it's new because of how at the time how we was acting. If you sit there and sell crack to your brother, you don't love him. You sit there and beat on a woman, or you don't love him. If you sit there and cheating on your man and you run around, you're doing this, you're hopping from bed to bed, doing all the filth and garbage that we think is cool. That's not loving one another. The Most High God said, I give you a new commandment. I'm telling you something new to do. You understand? I'm not asking for negotiation. That we do what, Yatazar? That we do what?
Love. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
That's what God said, that we love one another. It said the love of money is the root of all evil. So our love should go towards one another. That's what the Most High God said. That's what's in the scriptures. I didn't write this. I'm not Blinks and Hughes. I don't do rap music or none of that. This is what the scriptures say. You understand? That we're supposed to love each other. How do we know this? If our minds was focused on the Most High God. as we said earlier in the class. If our minds was focused on the Most High God, if our hearts and minds were focused on the Most High God, we would know this. You understand? Let me get that one where it says that they would know you my disciples by.
That's it, sir.
That was it right there?
Come.
Most High Christ. Read it one more time.
John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I loved you.
And
that ye also love one another.
And that's what we're supposed to do. The same way the Most High God loved us, same way Christ loved us, that's how we should love each other. Christ loved us so much that he put his life on the line. Now, I'm not saying go out there and jump in front of a bullet or a bus or nothing like that. What I'm saying is you can put your life on the line. What I mean by your life, by your lust and your wants and all of that. You can put that to the side for another brother or sister. You understand? And it's all a spiritual thing. You know, when I was driving in a car with a brother who was driving and all of that, especially in New York City, you see all the time. You ever see somebody at the light turned green and they start laying on that beep? There's a spirit behind that. And there's a certain spirit behind that. Somebody trying to merge in the lane and you're going to make it your business to not let them in, just to keep them cut. I'm going to cut them up. There's a spirit behind that. You understand? It's a nasty spirit. You understand? Most High God said there's a spirit behind everything you do. There's something behind that. And there's certain little things like that we got to check. You understand? What would it hurt you to let somebody merge inside? What would it hurt to give this person 10 seconds before they pull off at the light? What would it hurt you? You understand? It says a little bit about your character. And that's just something small. You understand? There's certain things that we have to do as a people. You understand? And those small things turn into big things. Go ahead, brother.
If I may, so I was just about to say what you just said just now.
Mm-hmm.
The small things, people get unalive for it all the time.
Right.
Because somebody cut somebody. Somebody did not want to let this person merge. This person is trying to get out of the lane.
Right.
And this person is blocking. So now somebody got to lose their lives.
Right.
We could not be compassionate and considerate to say, you know what? Go ahead, brother.
Right. Just something that small. Just go ahead, brother. Go ahead. So you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I know to some people that might sound very minute. Like I said, and it is. That's why it should be something that we just practice. Practice being compassionate. Practice being patient. Practice sacrificing what you want and what at your lust at that time. Practice subduing that. Practice getting rid of it. You understand? These are little things that we have to do as a people. Why? It'll turn into bigger things. It'll turn into bigger compassion for somebody else. You understand? And when I say compassion, I don't mean you gotta rub everybody on the back and tell them sweet words that they want to hear. No, that don't mean that. You can be honest and truthful and raise somebody up, but do it with some class and some dignity. Know that you're still talking to a child of God. Know that you're still dealing with them. I don't give a damn what it is they're doing. You ain't no better than them. You may think you are, but you're not. Because you got some nasty ways about you too. You got some garbage inside of you too. Yeah, I know they shooting dope, and you not. And you think you're better. You're not. Why? Because we got some other vices that we have inside of us. And one of those big vices is all about getting the money. All about me, 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 me. You understand? And that's something we got to stop. Let me pull some more scriptures real quick before the time is up here. Let me see what we're going to go into. Give me a second. Go to Matthew chapter 4.
Matthew chapter 4.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 4.
Okay.
Let's go to that real quick, all right? Let's talk about our King. the king named Yahushua, who the world may know as Jesus Christ, the greatest black man to walk on the face of the earth. Let me see verse 8 real quick.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 8. We'll take out verse 7, sir.
Yeah, let's do that.
Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
You understand? This is Christ, the greatest black man to walk on earth, being tempted by Satan. And you got to understand this. We are tempted every day by Satan. Every day. We are tempted by Satan. See, and that's his job, by the way. Everybody gives Satan this great power. It's Satan versus God. Not according to the scriptures. Satan works for the Most High God. He's going to send him at you to see what you're going to do. You know, so that's one of his angels, one of his best workers. And he sent them to Christ. This is why we serve Christ. Because when he got tempted by him, or tried to get tempted by him, he passed. And it's our job to do the same thing. We will get tempted every day. You understand? Tempted every day. And not just tempted to see how we're going to act, but tempted on how you're going to think. When you see that woman walk past and with that big derriere, that big butt, and she's clenching hands with her husband, and you sitting there looking and just lusting and looking, and he ain't hitting that right now, flip her upside down, you're failing. You're getting tested right there. You understand? You may not have acted on it. Go ahead.
And you're gay.
Yeah, and you're gay. Yeah, and you might be alternative, looking at another man's woman, talking about what you would do that he ain't doing. Yeah, that's a little suspect. You understand? But you know, Most High in Christ. That's an absolute fact. But you know, we get tempted. You understand? And one thing that's tempting is money. One thing's very tempting. I was watching this thing. I think I was with I was with somebody. I can't remember who I was. We was watching this thing about there was these two sisters and two white guys. And the white guy, I think the white guys were like playing not a prank, but they was just proving how they can get girls to do anything for some money. And it was these two sisters, two black women. Oh, one was black, one was Latina. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but two sisters. And these white guys, I'm talking about some hillbilly white boys too. Some dirty hillbillies. And it was like, I got $5,000 right now. And it's just like, what you want to do? We should go with them. We go for a little while. I'll go with you if you come. They was contemplating going to have sex with these nasty white men for $5,000. When you can just go get a job. You can make that in a couple of weeks if you apply yourself. They was about to go have sex. And the white guys were just doing it just to see what they was going to do, just to say, look, we can do this if we really want to. And these sisters was adamant about, we should go, go ahead.
If I may, sir, that $5 in this economy is going to last you a month or two.
Yeah.
And then you're going to catch something that's going to last you a lifetime.
Right.
$5,000.
Right. For $5,000, they're willing to catch something nasty. Something absolutely nasty. And after they catch it and they done been all beat up by it, they're probably going to settle down somewhere with somebody now. You understand? But my thing is this, it all starts with the love of that goddamn money. You understand? All for the love of the money. You'd be surprised what people, I'm not saying don't go out there and work. There's brothers outside working, doing construction right now. They got to work to pay their bills. That's fine. You understand? I can understand that. But to go out there and really beat other people up physically, verbally, emotionally, mentally, whatever, to sit there and crush somebody just so you can make some money. You understand? To lose your dignity, lose your honor, your pride, your value, to do that, there's something wrong. It goes against the Most High God. And you got to check your spirit. We have to check our spirit. You understand? What was we on?
We're in Matthew chapter 4, sir.
Let's keep going.
God. Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them.
Now he said, look, you see the picture, you see the thumbnail, how Kurt Franklin kissing that white man's hand? Satan came to Christ, the greatest black man to walk on, and said, look at all of this. You can have all of this. All you got to do is serve me. And that's the same thing today. The white man put it in our face and all you got to do, look at all of this. You can have all of this. All you gotta do is do what I tell you to do. Be the nastiest, freakiest, most violent person you can be and get all of this money. Be nasty and stomp on your people just to get this money. Forget about the Most High God. Serve me and look at all this you can have. You understand? And this is what we get caught up in. When you go to your job and then you try to do anything you can do just to get the promotion, make the company some money and all of that. They're saying, look at what you can have. All you got to do is do it for me. Forget your brother. Forget them. Treat them like garbage. And they don't get it where they fit in too bad. You understand? You know, do basketball players and them do that. Get that good money, go somewhere and get tell them you don't got to go back over there. That's dangerous in that neighborhood. You need to move somewhere else and get you a nice white woman and move on. That's the same type of spirit. You understand? Every single day, this is what society is putting in our face. You can have all of this. All you got to do is sell your ass for some money. Have no dignity. Have no self-respect. Don't serve the Most High God. Keep going.
Verse 9. And said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
And that's what's going on right now today. Right now, if we fall down and worship this dollar bill, we can have all that we want. All you got to do is serve George Washington and Ben Franklin and whoever else is on them dollar bills. You understand? All you got to do is serve them. And do anything, do everything, anything you got to do. Apologize for it later. Don't worry about what you say. Don't worry about who you mistreat. Don't worry about who you're making more depressed, who you're making more anxious. Don't worry about all of that. Get the money. You can have all of this. And you just bow down and worship me. And when you submit to it and subdue to it, that's what you're doing. When you decide in your mind you're going to do whatever it takes to get further and further in this white man society and sit on and crush any brother or sister that's under you or in your way, all you're doing is bowing down to Satan. All you're doing is being tempted by all the glorious things he's showing you. You understand? Well, if you serve Christ, you are ordered not to fall down and worship Satan. Why? Because Christ didn't do it. He didn't fall for all of the luxurious things Satan was offering him. Keep going.
Verse 10. Then Jesus said unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written,
go ahead,
thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
And that's the only person that we're supposed to serve. How do we know? Our King said it. Christ said it. Satan, get the hell out of here. White man, take your money. Take all of that other stuff that you trying to offer me if I just bow down to you and do whatever it is that you want me to do just to make you more money. You understand? Just to sit there and crush my people. Christ didn't do that. He knew he was living for some people that was going to hate his guts. He knew he had to live a life to die for some people that wasn't going to pay him no attention later on. And he could have said, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. And went on about his business. But he didn't. He sacrificed for his people, just like we are supposed to do, just like we should do, just like we have to do. How do we know? We read earlier that it was a new commandment, that we love each other. Paraphrase. Same way Christ loved. You understand? Keep reading what you got.
Then the devil visited him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
You understand? And when you fight through all of that, that's almost like God to send them angels to you. And you'll be fine. You'll have what you want. You'll have what you need. You'll get where you gotta go. You understand? All you gotta do is trust in the Lord. Take the long haul. Take the long road. You don't need a shortcut. You don't need a handout. You don't need nothing. What you need is the Most High God. He'll put the pieces in place for you. All you got to do is show up for him. He'll do the rest. All you got to do is show up for him. If he can keep wind underneath birds' wings, if he can make the water come to the beach and go back, trust me, he can help you. He can help us. All you got to do is show up. And he'll put us right where we need to be. He'll put the bricks right in front of us that we need to walk on. You understand? Black man, woman, and child, don't lose your dignity over no money. You understand? Don't sit there and have to bend over and take it from nobody just for some money. Whether it's another brother, sister, or some goddamn heathen. Have some dignity. Have some self-respect. Have some pride. You understand? And know who you are. You serve the Most High God. You are the chosen people of God. You understand? You are the chosen people of God, and it means something. It means something. You may not think so. That's fine. You don't have to think it. Just know it. Forget your thoughts. Ain't about your thoughts. Read it and know it. Believe it. Walk that way. You understand? Most High got to do the rest, man. Hey, look, I'm preaching over to 5,000 Shalai Yala. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. Like I said earlier, brotherhood is synonymous with sisterhood. The way brothers should serve the Most High God and conduct themselves. Sisters, you would have served the Most High God and conduct yourself righteously as well. You understand? Black man, woman, and child, we got to come together. This is the brotherhood and sisters, the sinew that keeps us together to make this nation grow. Let's do what we got to do to serve the Most High God, to provoke him, to send our king back, to destroy this filthy, disgusting place, as it says in the scriptures. You understand? Until next time, be safe, stay focused, stay strong, and serve the Most High God. With that, I say shalom, Israel.
Son of Christ.